The first step of putting a stone-coated steel roof on is to install your wood buildup, meaning your 1x4 at the fascia, 1x4s, 2x2s on the ridge, 2x2s on the hips. The purpose of the wood buildup at the ridge and the hip and gable is to provide something to bend your tile up onto so it flashes that detail in. At the bottom, at the fascia, the 1x4 is elevated the first course of tile to keep the tiles on the same plane as the rest of the tiles. You'll see what I mean in a minute. The wood's installed with a minimum of a 3 1/4 inch ring shank nail or a 3-inch screw, number 2x3. You can use either nails or screws regardless of the wind zones or the climate area that you're in. This is the ridge buildup of the wood, and you can see that there's a 1x4 with the 2x2 on top of it. You'll see later, whenever we get to this detail with the tiles, that the 1x4 is going to provide a ledge for the top cut and bend to set on. This is the hip corner condition, and I have the 1x4s along the fascia, flush with the fascia. I've slid the 2x2 down into place, leaving it about 1 inch short of the fascia so it doesn't interfere with the cap later. And the width of the 2x2s, it's critical that it is no larger than 5 inches from outside to outside, or the trim caps will not fit over it. At the gable or rake edge, there's a 1x4 and a 2x2, approximately 4 inches away from the gable edge. This could change from house to house. It may be 4.5 on one, maybe 3 on the other, depending on the coverage of the fascia. By the way, the 2x2 is stopped 1 inch from the fascia. The 1x4 running up the gable is set back approximately 1 inch to allow the tile rake metal to set flush on the deck and not on top of the 1x4. At the valley condition, the 1x4s are cut back to allow the valley flashing to extend off of the roof.